Hey there, it's Heather Hakes. Welcome back to my channel. Are you struggling and efforting to achieve the success and desires you want in your life? I want you to know it has nothing to do with your effort, but everything to do with your subconscious mind. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to reprogram to create the alignment between your desires and your mental programming so you can achieve effortless success in your life. We're talking your finances, business, relationships, and more. So let's get started. I first want to start out explaining mental programming so you understand how you got to where you're at today, but more importantly, how to get the results and success that you are seeking in your finances, health, relationship, business, and more. So we're going to start at the top. Your mental programming, I want you to think of it as two parts. You have your conscious mind, which is 5% of the picture, where you have your goals, dreams, wishes, and desires. Remember, that's only 5% of the picture. Think about this as your free will. But 95% of your mental programming, subconscious, below your awareness, is what's running the show. And much of your subconscious has been programmed into you from society, culture, past experiences, your parents, and more. And any time in any area of life in which you are struggling and efforting to get your conscious desires, it simply means you have a misalignment, aka a limiting belief. So let's talk about the two main ones I see all of the time. And I want to help you break the cycle and unblock so you can create the success that you seek. And what we're really talking about here are limiting beliefs. So let's say, for example, you want financial freedom, so that's your conscious mind, but your subconscious programming, which remember is below your awareness until you start doing self-discovery and becoming self-aware, your subconscious programming could be full of money's hard to come by, I have to work hard to make money, rich people are evil, I'll never get by. When you have these beliefs, that's what 95% of you is running the show. It doesn't matter how hard you try, you will continue to struggle and effort. And it's the 2 steps forward, 2 steps back game. Same thing with dating and relationships. In fact, this week I had a call with a woman, 42 years old, just ended another relationship, and she really desires, so pay attention to this, she really desires marriage and a family. But the more questions I asked, we uncovered her subconscious programming. She said it herself, I'm not good enough. And that's where most people are. Either I'm not worthy or I'm not enough. And if 95% of your operating system, your mental programming believes I'm not worthy and I'm not enough, you will continue to unconsciously self-sabotage or attract partners that will always end. So hopefully you can see that you have to create the alignment. You have to create your belief system and your emotions in line with your desires. So I want to start at the top. You have somewhere between 60 to 70,000 thoughts every single day. Now, you could never monitor all of those, but here's the good news. 90% of your daily thoughts are in repeat from yesterday. That's why the first step to creating change in your life is awareness. All you have to do is start becoming aware of the patterns and the thoughts on repeat. And you can do this simply by paying attention to the stories you tell. Because whatever you think about and speak about, you will bring about. On top of those statistics, 80% of your daily thoughts tend to be negative until you start becoming mindful and intentional. So you can see now how most people are struggling and efforting because you have a misalignment. Most of your thoughts are negative and they're on repeat of what's not working. And I want to help you break this cycle. So now let's talk about the subconscious mind and how it even got programmed. From pregnancy up until age 7, you are primarily in Theta Brainwave state. And I want you to think of Theta Brainwave state as self-hypnosis. It's when your analytical and logical mind are not yet formed and your everything coming in, your subconscious mind takes as fact. That's why if you grew up in a dysfunctional family, you're going to create dysfunction. If you grew up thinking money's hard to come by and there's never enough, you're going to experience that in your life. So remember, those first 7 years are what has literally programmed you, in addition to life experiences and those thoughts we have on repeat. Your belief system are just thoughts you keep thinking, and some of them are empowering you. So think about an area of life in which you don't struggle in effort. That means you have alignment between your conscious mind and subconscious programming. But anywhere in which you are struggling and efforting, it means you have a disempowering belief system, which is going to keep you stuck, getting more of the same, the results that you don't want. So remember, in theta brainwave state, your mind is suggestible. The analytical, logical mind is not yet formed. And anything impressed on your subconscious mind, you will express in reality. So obviously the first question you may be asking is, well, how do I figure out what's in my subconscious mind? How do I change it? And I love this quote by Dr. Bruce Lipton. Your life is a printout of your subconscious programming. And I remember, awareness is the first step. So just start paying attention to your patterns and behaviors, your thoughts and beliefs, and the stories you are telling. That is the first step to awareness. This second step is, now that you know where you're at, I want you to get really clear, because this is now using your conscious mind. I want you to get really clear. What do you want? No matter your current circumstances, what do you want in your health, finances, relationships, success, and more? Get really clear. What is that lifestyle that you want? And that way we can close the gap from where you are to where you want to be. And how do you close this gap? It's all about reprogramming your subconscious mind. So remember, theta brainwave state is self-hypnosis. This is when the analytical, logical mind are opened up, and now your conscious mind, through repetition and consistency, you can impress on your subconscious, I want financial freedom. But you need to say it in present positive tense. I am financially free. I have financial abundance. I'm in a loving relationship. And this is not about fake it till you make it, because your subconscious mind will reject it. But through consistency and repetition, by impressing the thoughts you want. So this is what Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches. Having a clear intention and an elevated emotion equals manifestation. When you are in theta brainwave state, and I'll explain how to get there, you are now using your conscious mind to impress on the subconscious through thinking and feeling. And through repetition and consistency, you are now literally upgrading your subconscious mind to get the results you actually want and achieve this success. I also like to think about this as pulling the weeds in your garden. The thoughts you think are the seeds you plant, and if you're not getting what you want, it means you have weeds. All right, so if theta brainwave state is the key to do this, how do you get there? Guess what? You are naturally in theta brainwave state 2 times per day. Now you can get to theta brainwave state on your own. It's just going to take a lot more effort, because you have to come out of that beta brainwave state and drop into theta. But guess what? The 2 prime opportunities every single day are first thing in the morning when you're just waking up, you're a little bit groggy, before you pick up the phone, and before you go to bed, that drowsy state before you fall asleep. You are naturally in theta brainwave state. And this is the power of listening to guided meditations or self-hypnosis. Perhaps you've recorded your voice saying and speaking the script of your desired results. And through repetition and consistency, you literally will upgrade your subconscious mind to get the results that you want. Let me share with you a real example on how I've done this in my life. In my late 20s, I kept going from failed relationship to failed relationship, and I finally was just frustrated. I was tired of dead ends. I was tired of the heartbreak. And so what I did is I took 100% responsibility, and I became curious. And this is what I want to offer you. Wherever you're stuck and not making the progress in your life, become curious, and now we have to do some self-discovery and become aware, well, what are those thoughts and emotions I've been feeling giving me not desired results? So I started paying attention. I was like, okay, it's different face, same thing. I attracted emotionally unavailable workaholic men. And guess what? When I did this self-discovery, and this whole scene and realization and epiphany came to me in a guided meditation, I had deep-rooted beliefs that I was unworthy of a male's time and attention. So imagine that. My subconscious belief system is I am unworthy of a male's time and attention. So I could never, that would be a misalignment from wanting a relationship. I could never attract somebody that would give me time and attention because my beliefs were I'm not worthy of that. So what I did as an adult, I realized I had created this story as a little girl. So pay attention because much of our stories come from childhood. My dad worked a ton. He traveled for work. So that little girl, I had created a story. I'm not worthy of dad's time and attention because he's never around. As an adult, I had so much compassion for that young girl because I realized my dad was the sole provider doing what he had to do to provide for his family. But a child does not know that. So think about your blocks and think about that first memory and when this belief was planted. So when I became aware of that, I'm not worthy of a male's time and attention. That's step number one, awareness. And then you need to rewrite this belief, right? So I rewrote a belief. I am worthy and deserving of a male's time and attention. And I said it until I felt it. Like you really truly have to embody this new belief and have that confidence and self-worth. And guess what? I have attracted completely different men since. Same thing goes for money. I know this is a major pain point in most people. If you have a block to money or you are struggling financially, it means you have a conscious desire for financial freedom and abundance, but you have subconscious programming, I'm not good with money, money never stays, whatever it is. And this is where you've got to pull those weeds in your mental garden and rewrite the program. So here's your takeaway from today. Any area of life in which you are struggling and efforting to get what you want, it means you have a conscious desire in a misalignment with your subconscious programming. And the only way to get the results that you want and to stop the struggle and efforting, and what it really is creating resistance. You actually are repelling the thing you want based on your subconscious programming. The way to eradicate this, eradicate your blocks, and to achieve the success you desire is all about, number one, that awareness piece, and number two, reprogramming your subconscious mind. Here's what I want to offer you. This is exactly what I teach my coaching clients through on how to become aware of your mental programming, to reinvent yourself, to live the life that you actually desire. If you are seeking clarity and accountability and how to fast track this, I offer one-on-one coaching. I invite you to schedule a free call, link below, but you can also visit my website, heatherhakes.com. I want to leave you with this. When you take 100% responsibility for your life and you shine a light on what's not working, and then you create clarity on what you want, you can now close that gap and live a life consciously and intentionally. This is what I call living your life by design rather than by default. Thanks for tuning in to today's video. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you're the first to know when new videos drop, and give me a thumbs up. I'll catch you on the next one.